Pitching
Get
rotation.
serious.
Do we know pitching rotation a little bit better this week?
I got a scoop for you. A guy named Nola is going to pitch on Friday. How's that? A guy named Poche is going to pitch on Saturday, and a guy named TBA is going to pitch on Sunday.
Ooh.
TBA hopefully will be Bouman, but he's making progress. I don't see any reason why he's not going to be able to pitch at least some at this point. But officially I'm calling it TBA. But I've even told Dave Van Horn that I hope it'll be Bouman. I'm not trying to play any games. You just never know. It's in case something flares up on him.
Their rotation's a little bit shifted. You talked about that the other day. It's not their number one guy going Friday, but it's because of the Thursday series a few weeks ago.
I don't know what Dave's team is and why he makes decisions, and I wouldn't even begin to second guess him. But I know that the Killian kid pitched game one for them last week, and I think he was planning on pitching him on Thursday for the ESPNU game, but it got rained out. And the reason he did that was because of the rain out the previous weekend against Mississippi State. So I don't, he announced his rotation. It's Killian, Beeks, and Oliver. 3 really good arms, and we're going to have our work cut out for us. I don't care who's pitching for them. I mean, whoever it is going to be a very good pitcher. So it'll be a challenge for us any way you look at it.
I heard you on your post-game show last night talking about in your years here, you've won it 4 times. Arkansas has won the West twice or something like that. And how you look at the schedule and everything when it comes out?
Well, I'll tell you, I just have great respect for Arkansas's program. They're good every year. They're well coached. They've always got outstanding pitching. A few years ago, they had a lineup that was amazing. I thought we were pretty good too, and we've had some tremendous series with them, some tremendous games through the years. So every year when that schedule comes out from the SEC office, first thing I always look at is where do we play Arkansas. And I know whether it's going to be home or away because, of course, we alternate the years that we do that. But it just seems that whoever wins that series always seems to win the SEC West. Well, 6 of the 7 years. That's happened. I think one time we may have won it even though we lost the series to them, actually, because I think we've won 6 of the 7 series if I'm not mistaken. But it just seems that the West always comes down to us in Arkansas. The one year Auburn won it, I think that was 2010 if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know what's going to happen this year. Of course, Alabama's leading the league and everybody's all bunched together and there's a long way to go. And it may or may not be Arkansas or LSU, but it always seems to have that kind of importance, the series. And so, we get excited about it. Selfishly, I enjoy competing against them because they play a good brand of baseball. I just think it's a good, solid, just good baseball. And I like matching wits with Dave from a personal standpoint, trying to figure out what he's going to do. And I think we think a lot alike in the way that we manage games, and that makes it kind of fun for me.
Also seems like they grow pitchers on trees over there. They lose a first-round pick and a couple other really good pitchers, and they've got 3 stellar ones again this year.
Well, you could say that almost about every SEC team, really. Everybody's always got good rotations, solid staffs, but Arkansas in particular, last year their staff was ridiculous. They just had power arm after power arm after power arm, starters, relievers. I don't know as much about their staff this year because they got a lot of new guys. Certainly familiar with the guys in their starting rotation. I thought that Oliver boy in particular, the guy starting Sunday, they brought him out of the bullpen last year, and I just thought his stuff was electric. The ball came out of his hand. He reminded me of a kid named Daniel Bard that had pitched at North Carolina, just how easy the ball came out of his hand, and then it was 96 miles an hour. So Beeks has pitched great for him, of course, and Killian has as well. And then, they've been using the other left-hander, Gunn, as their closer, and he pitched as a setup man last year for him, and I thought he had a great arm. So, but they lost, some really good guys. They lost Stanek and they lost Colby Suggs out of their bullpen. So they've lost some guys like everybody does every year, but they just kind of like Florida, Vanderbilt, those are the teams that just seem to kind of constantly replenish those arms that they lose with other great arms.